Good afternoon, everyone. It's Andy from Man City Fan TV. Saturday afternoon, just doing a quick live vlog. So if anybody's online and wants to have a chat, then feel free. Hi, Kazim. How are you, mate? Levi, hello. Chris, hi, pal. Dank Music, hello. How are you? Let me just bring that up. Kian, how are you? Yeah, I'm good, buddy. How are you? Oh, Andy, England's finest. How are you, mate? Sorry, let me just move this out of the way. O'Neill and Ha, is that right? Hi, how are you? Where you from? Minan Motion, hi mate, how are you? You good, Kian? Great. What you up to today? What's everyone up to? Quite a few things to sort of quickly discuss. You must miss me, lad. Got time today to watch. DCS, CSC, watching Everton, but more bothered about City's results lately. What is it, still 0-0? You're in Nigeria. Bet the weather's better than here. It's absolutely awful. Nice, comfortable night for us last night. Expect, yeah, it was easy. I thought it was just, apart from a 10-minute spell in the early first half, they were garbage, utter guff. Hey Andy, Atif, how are you? Hakuna Matata day trip. Hi, watching from Tanzania. Again, bet the weather's better out there. They did some damage to our goal difference. They did. Levi, Matt Jackson, Brighton fan. What does that mean? Oi, from Hamburg, Gary Dineen. How are you, buddy? Got a day off today. Pete Fletcher, hi Andy, enjoy your vlogs, mate. Thank you very much. Kian, just relaxing, mate, getting ready for the game tomorrow. Hello, Blue Heart, how are you? I was shots are scored in 15 seconds. Yes, so was I. You know, gifted, absolutely gifted. Yeah, mate, nice and chilled. Having a German beer this afternoon, chilling out, watching a bit of football. Can't wait for tomorrow's game. No, neither can I. And onwards and upwards. 0-3 to Man City on Sunday. Has Kevin been training? He's only in very light training. He won't play tomorrow. Think he'll be back for the Leicester game, for being honest. But no, we definitely won't take part tomorrow. But then we've seen brilliant recoveries from Kevin. 2 thumbs up. What's going on? We keep saying this. Come on. Don't be lazy. Get down there. Give it a thumbs up now. You watching the Dortmund game, Gary? 2 inches on 5-0, the league's ours. You're gonna get some grief at the end of the season. Click thumbs up, guys, says Minan Motion. 10. Yeah, come on, we want to get that over 20. Who's getting out this summer for sure? Your opinion, okay? Might talk about that. Gary Dineen only know 3 games to go. Hopefully my nerves will hold out. Yeah. Let's all just be chilled, people. Calm down. It's in the bag. We're professional. Pep will have them right up for tomorrow's game. Hi, TBM Games. How are you? Wave John, tomorrow we need to get a few goals. We do. Kazim, it's not going to make much difference because I just can't see, I really can't see Liverpool dropping points. So I don't think goal difference is going to come into it. But it's always helps. It's an extra point, I guess. Tottenham lost the first game new stadium against West Ham. Yeah, they did. You've liked this video, thank you. That's still only, 12 likes? Come on. 2 inch, don't jinx it. There you go. It's a typical Liverpool fan. Adam on the channel. I mean, some of the comments just over the last 24 hours from Liverpool fans are just laughable. Absolutely laughable. James Ford needs to go early, then we can deal with the nerves. Yeah, I agree. Can't wait for post-match stream tomorrow once you've witnessed a 0-0. That ain't happening. Gary Dineen, I may have developed a slight drinking problem as well. I've liked the video, thank you, Kazim. So what we got? 14, okay. Could do with that over 20. Come on. Watching games at 3 AM is killing me, says Steve Oatway. Whereabouts are you again, Steve? Because yeah, that is early. I'm honestly not sure I could do it. I tried it when they did the pre-season stuff in the States and things and whatever, and I thought, I can't be bothered, I'll catch up with it tomorrow. First of 4 finals tomorrow, yep. We'll see, mate. I'll check back in tomorrow. Have a good one. No problem, 2-inch. Danny Moore, looking forward to hearing about Rodri's. Signs are looking like we've activated his buyout clause. Yes, Danny, we're going to talk about that. England's finest. The only game I think will struggle is Leicester. No, I think they'll come at us, mate, and we'll pick them off. I'm going to Stranraer same time as you kick off, so I'll be getting no notifications on the score. Well, you can grab it afterwards, mate. Gary Deneen, come on, lads, start supporting the channel. You know the drill. Yes, thank you, Gary Deneen. 15 thumbs up. We've got 28 people on at the moment, so that needs to go over 20. Come on. TBM games in Australia here. It's late in the night or early as in the morning. Whereabouts in Australia, TBM games, are you from? It's 9:05 tomorrow night. Sorry. Automatic like the video. Thank you. Says England's finest, everybody. You're on the Gold Coast. Well, the weather's still good there. I know you're coming out of your summer, but the weather will still be very nice. I'm sure it's late 20s. Very nice. A lot nicer than here. My mate's Liverpool fan. He's absolutely petrified of Wolves the last game of the season for them. I agree. If that's gonna be the one. Yeah, I'm sure it is warm. I'm not watching this video for longer. Okay. Right. O'Neill says Rodri or Dembele. Okay, so if we take a look at the rumours, and these again are just rumours, then it looks like City have potentially, again, this is from no real source, so we take everything like this with a pinch of salt. But it seems that Cheeky's been out there, I mean, and been looking at, we don't know who. Press are only assuming it's Rodri. And the rumours, but none of them are solid rumours, are that City are going to activate a buyout clause, which the buyout clause, which I think is a bit strange, was 70 million euro. Now, I'm sure Real Madrid came out last week or the week before to say he's got a 90 million buyout clause. So we'll see. Maybe he hasn't. Maybe they got it wrong and it is 70 million. So 22-year-old, looks like going to be the future sort of Busquets. And if you think that the likes of Lucas Hernandez has already gone to Bayern, and I think Real Madrid have been looking at Rodri as well. You're in Perth until Monday, then back in Glasgow. Whereabouts in Perth, mate? So 70 million euros for Rodri. So you're looking at around about 61, 62 million pounds, which, is pretty decent, if I'm being honest. Lots of brilliant reports about Rodri, saying that he's very, for someone so young. Sorry, just a few things coming there. I think that's England's finest talking to somebody else. He's a young kid. He's only 22 years of age, which fits the Pep model, fits the Man City model. And he's very, very highly rated. Now, I think I said last week, 90 million seems a bit excessive, and I'm not sure whether we'll go that far, especially, I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen that much of Rodri, only sort of, on TV and watching the odd game and things like that. But I have seen Ndombele a lot this year. Now, out of the two, for me, Ndombele, from what I've seen, and that's only from what I've seen, looks a better player. But there's no doubting if you're getting sort of touted up as possibly the next Busquets or better, you've got to be some player, and that's come from sort of some top level sort of coaches and pundits and things around Spain. He is expected in the next 12 months to take pretty much, when Busquets finishes, he'll take his place. So he'll settle in well. He's got David Silva there around him. South Perth. He's got David Silva around him. Laporte has been out at Athletic Bilbao. So, he's going to be surrounded by Spanish-speaking players and things. So there'll be no problem sort of settling in. So we'll see where that takes us. But like I said, this has not come from any major source yet. And when they say, it's they've activated it, I think all the press would have been over this if it had been activated. So I very much doubt it is, or it has been activated, this buyout clause. And I would take sort of 70 million euro at the moment with a little bit of pinch of salt, because I'm sure they wouldn't just, I don't know, for something in me says that it'll cost more than 70 million euro. Because when you've got, like, you know, Real Madrid interested and others, I just think that if we do get him for 70 million euro, then that's pretty decent, certainly in this day and age. What else have we got here? Andy, since this title race is so close, what happens with the trophy lift? They'll have one of each, mate. I think they've already got a replica that follows Liverpool around everywhere, every game. England's finest, whoever finishes first lifts the trophy. Yeah, but it's, you know, if it goes to the last day of the season, where does the trophy go? So I think there'll be two of them, and I think, if I'm honest with you, the real one's got the blue and white stripes on it and the banner, so it should stay and go wherever City are, which is away at Brighton. I can't remember what happened when we beat QPR 93-20. Yeah, I think it's the same one. I think they've got multiple ones, if I'm being honest. Hi, Andy. Apparently, City home kit has purple on it. Opinions, garbage. Ignore it, mate. You're talking about the picture that was supposedly leaked by Raheem Sterling on his Instagram post. That's a training top, mate. Don't take any notice of that. And even that just didn't. It would look mainly blue, not purple. So I very much doubt it. It's so under lock and key. It won't be allowed out until they want it out. England's finest, you'll lift it at Brighton, I would say. It's confusing. Maybe Andy knows. What's that? Are you talking about the trophies? I think they've got multiple trophies, mate. So one will be at one ground and one will be at the other, and they'll put colours on both, and whoever it is will get it. Cobby, Andy, the signing situation should be talked about. I know you keep saying it isn't a problem, but increasingly I'm getting a sense that Pep doesn't start utilising him. He'll leave. What's giving you that feeling, mate? That's the thing. It's all speculation. There is no proof in anything come from Sané's camp that he wants to leave. Absolutely nothing has come from his camp. Nothing has come from Pep Guardiola, etc., etc. You know, it's just us saying we think, or you're saying you think that if Sané doesn't play more, he'll leave. Why would he leave? For what reason? You know, he's settled here. He's with the best coach in world football. He's winning trophies. He's on good money. He's got a new contract on the table. You know, why else would he up and move a young family away? Now, we don't know. Like I said, we don't know what's going on in the background. So, you know, game time, he's got to deserve it. I mean, somebody said on posted on Twitter yesterday, and they said, oh yeah, he's been insane this season. And I said, he hasn't been insane this season. He's been very mixed when he's played. He's had some brilliant games, but he's also had some absolute stinkers. So it's down to him getting his head sorted out one way or the other. And I've always said it, if a player wants to leave, then I'd rather City try and get as much money for them as they can. I'm not going to blame the player, or I'm not going to blame the club. But we have a squad, and that squad is there because we've been in 4 competitions right the way through April. So Don Buckley says underrated Sané. I say underrated. I don't think anybody underrates him. We know exactly what he is. Pep said he could be anything in world football. But the problem being is that if you don't put it in, week out, and we've seen plenty of games this season live, watching him thinking, come on, put a shift in. Come on, you know. And he's been poor, really poor. So he's had a real mixed bag this season. And, you know, for whatever reason, he needs to find consistency. Now, what that reason is, we don't know. Everyone's just speculating and guessing. I'm hearing Sané isn't trying to cause problems, but he's concerned about his lack of play. Who have you heard that from? Just give me a name of who you've heard that from, Cobby. This is typical media jargon sort of talk. Who have you heard it from? Do you know Leroy Sané in the camp? Do you know people on the inside who are passing you information and not the media and the press and all these fan channels and everything else. So please don't fall into the trap of saying, I've heard this or I've heard that, because it's nonsense. Most of it is absolute garbage. It really is. Gary Dinning says, Sani, where would he go? He would only go back to the Bundesliga to play for Bayern. Let's be frank, and honestly, wouldn't play for Real Madrid or Barcelona because he's not quite there yet, quite possibly. I mean, I think that's, a pretty fair comment. He's got to be doing it season in, season out. Because Sterling's been playing too good. He has. And also Bernardo. Don't forget, Bernardo has been brilliant. You all right, Andy? Yes, I am, Havinder. How are you? Don Buckley, he was class against United when he came on. And it broke my heart, Liverpool fan. Yeah, but I mean, trust me, he came on after, 58 minutes? He's come on many, many times this season after 55, 60, 65 minutes and not broke sweat. He really hasn't. He's been poor, really poor, not affected the game whatsoever, didn't look interested. He's got to take his chance in the squad. We've got such a massive squad. Well, not a massive squad, but we've got a squad of world-class players. And Kevin De Bruyne has been on the bench, others have been on the bench, Sterling spent some time on the bench. He's got to put it in when he comes on. It's that simple. Look at Mahrez. So just because he had a brilliant, brilliant season last season, he can't rest on his laurels. Pep will not have it. And Pep always, it was Bleacher Report. Oh my God, here in the United States, ignore it, mate. Jesus. If you're getting your, I heard this from Bleacher Report, then forget it. Just absolutely forget it. I'm not discussing it any further. So you got to remember, Pep's watching him day in, day out in training. He's watching him in games. He's watching his attitude when he's on the bench. He's watching him when he's with Germany. He's watching every single aspects the coaching staff are watching, listening, reading, following him. And Pep said on numerous occasions, I'm looking at players when they come into training. Are they happy? Are they putting it in? Are they being part of this particular, great atmosphere around the club? And if they're not, then it doesn't mean say just because you're a decent footballer you get into the starting 11. This squad is absolutely superb. And the starting 11, you've got to earn a place in that starting 11. That's why people kept shouting early in the season, we've got to play Phil Foden. Phil Foden hasn't deserved to get into the squad. He's got to get past the likes of Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Raheem Sterling, all of these players who are at the top of their game. I'm very concerned about signing, not signing, but the way I think about it is if he don't want to be there, then he can absolutely have him. I don't think there's any problems with it. I've got no problems with a player. If you don't want to be at Manchester City, leave. Simple as that. I'm not bothered because we will get an absolute fortune for him. And you look at what we could get possibly anywhere between 100 and 150 million quid for Leroy Sané right now. We bought Bernardo Silva for 43 million quid. Jesus, we could buy other kids that we're being linked with now. The ones I've said on the tagline for peanuts. £27 million for Gabriel Jesus. Well, I mean, we can buy players. There are players out there, and if Leroy don't want to put it in, what is the point of him being here, sitting on a bench, coming on and sulking, or coming on and being brilliant like he was when he came on at United? If he wants a starting place in this squad, he has got to put it in week in, week out and be absolutely consistent. Otherwise, it's pointless. You're not going to get anywhere near a starting 11 in a Pep team. Simon Benson, how are you, mate? I only want players to die for the badge. I don't want them to die for the badge, but I want them to certainly, yeah, I know what you mean. What's David Silva done to deserve starting? David Silva has literally carried that midfield throughout Kevin De Bruyne being injured for most of the season. Fernandinho going through long spells of injury. He's the one who has made it tick. He might not have been scoring goals or anything else, but remember, David Silva is the one player that Pep absolutely 100% trusts to dictate the play of the game. Now, just because he might not get 20 assists and 20 goals, he is so important to the team. Absolutely, he's vital. And that's why when it comes to big games, David Silva plays, because he dictates the pace of the game. Is he as good? Is he gone over the curve? Probably. Yeah, I mean, there's no denying it. But do Just, he's a wonderful player. Gary Dineen, I think the lad's just having one of those seasons. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, he's had you said, his newborn baby. And it does take a while. Remember, he's only young. He's got a newborn baby and everything else. And forget the money to one side. It takes a while. It changes your life. Your baby's up at night and things like that. It's a massive change in your life. Your priorities sometimes change immediately. That all your focus goes on your baby. Maybe he's losing a little bit of focus on the other side of it. Who knows? Don Buckley, Bernardo Silva is underrated. I don't know by who, because he's been absolutely amazing. All of our players are replaceable, need to show their worth. Absolutely, Ragmanny. Totally agree. Dom Total Silver B is a legend and will be a fan. Oh, I mean, the world's his oyster. I mean, the sky's his limit. All of those sort of platitudes. I mean, he can do whatever he wants. Nigel, hi Andy in chat. Hi. Here's a good question for you, Andy. Who do you think will be out the door? Okay. I've said it before, and I'll come back. Just Don Buckley, I'd have Silver at Liverpool over. That's a. We don't know about that. KDB on his when fit is absolutely incredible. Right now, KDB is right up in the top sort of 3, 4 players, 5 players in world football. David Silva probably last season was up there. Maybe not so much this season, but he's still an absolute genius and my favourite all-time City player. But David Silva is amazing. Anyone who disagrees, the plastic. Forzan. Then again, Sarne's been one kind of playing style right now, which no one can match him. I would have any of the 3 creative midfielders. Hi, mate. Hi, Steve. Mark, Steve. Right, okay. Rollo, I disagree, Andy. City would never sell 2 younger prospects even such large profit. It doesn't fit the new identity of the club and wouldn't follow tradition they want to achieve. So what do you do? Sit him on the bench? Pay him 150 grand a week to sit on the bench and play 15, 16 games next season? Ain't happening. Simply ain't happening. Pep doesn't roll like that. He just doesn't. He's got rid of, you look at all the players he got rid of. Just because he's young and we brought him in, if he is not going along with Pep and the coaching staff and everything else, Pep is ruthless. Absolutely ruthless. So Pep would absolutely bin him off and sell him in an instant, in a heartbeat, if he doesn't. And I'm not saying he's had some wonderful games this season, but let's not fall into the trap thinking he's been anywhere near the levels of Sterling or Bernardo Silva. He's still got goals and assists, but he has been very in and out this season. And there is something going on. What it is, we have no idea. So I don't want to speculate on that. But he is not. Pep is not going to accept it. He'll do everything he can for him. He's already come out publicly and said he can be anywhere he wants to be in world football. But if he's not doing it, Pep's not going to sit there and just, the club are not going to pay him that much money, just sit on the bench and sulk or do, shrug his shoulders every time he's on the bench. They're just not. It's a waste of time. Right, who's going out? I think Sane's staying. That's as simple as that. I think Gundogan's gone. I don't think he'll sign a new contract. I'd be very, very surprised. I think if he's got offers, I think if he was going to sign one, he'd probably have signed it by now. Or the vibes would have been out there that he's going to sign in the summer. I don't think the vibes are there at all. I think he's probably looking for one last big sort of payday. And that's fair enough when you get to that age. Got to remember, he's come at 29 years of age. So I think obviously Mangala will go. I think Gundogan might be gone. Somebody mentioned just there a minute ago. Where was it? Just came through a minute. Otamendi leaving, Brad Niblock. I saw that on Twitter first thing this morning, and it was from some crappy Spanish source, I'll be honest with you. And I have searched and searched and searched for media outlets and all sort of anybody that's got any type of reputation. There's nothing, absolutely nothing about Otamendi leaving or saying he wants to leave or something like that. But that's not to say he might not leave, don't get me wrong, but there is nothing. I mean, the tweet was something like, Otamendi said he's going to leave in the summer or something like that. Couldn't find anything that, was quoting that whatsoever. So you've got Mangala, and these are just my opinion. I think I've got a feeling Gundogan will go in the summer. Somebody mentioned there Fabian Delph, possibly, quite possibly, though I think Delph is quite happy to be a squad player, where I think the time has changed now where Gundogan isn't. I don't think he's happy now at being a squad player, where he has been in the past, and that is brilliant. I don't think he wants to be there. I think now that and it's sad really, because we've nurtured him through these 2 seasons of horrendous injuries and everything else, and got him back to recovery. Now he's fit and playing well, suddenly he might want to leave. And that's how ruthless football is, and that's what I mean about with the Sane thing. Players are rarely got any loyalty to clubs these days, unless they are from like maybe Phil Foden or something like that. They've got no loyalty, and why should they? It's a job. At the end of the day, it is a job. And I think Gary Neville summed it up absolutely brilliantly the other night when he turned around after the United City game, and he said, "I'm just so shocked at the likes of David Silva and Sergio Aguero. They were players," he said, "that I thought they'd come in for 3 years and then they'd be off to the likes of Madrid and Barcelona. They haven't. They've been absolutely loyal to the club." So that shows you that the club has got something to offer. It's just whether you want that or not. So, Kazim said, "I think Gundogan, Mangala will leave, but not sure about Otamendi." Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those. I mean, if we're going to try and push through Eric Garcia into the first team squad, if Vinny's going to stay, then that means we've got Vinny, Garcia, Otamendi, Stones and Laporte. So we've got 5 there, centre-backs. Plus, Fernandinho could cover as well at centre-back if needed. And then we've got Otamendi as well. It's like, do we need 6 centre-backs? I'm not really sure we do. So, what else we got out here? David Silva out. You're joking, aren't you? Pep is the boss. Can anyone say they know better? No, absolutely can't. Ragmanny thinks Delph. Sarnid stay at City next season. Levi. Score prediction for Burnley v City. I'm going Burnley 1, City 3. I'm going 2-1 City. Ragmanny thoughts on Garcia. I think he'll be a regular in the squad. I'll be surprised if he gets a lot of games. He'll be probably maybe a regular in the cup competition. So I think he'll definitely be more involved next season, as will obviously Phil Foden. Zach Ibrahim, wavy jaw, David Silva will die at City. Well, I hope not literally like that, and I hope you meant that in a nice way, Zach. I think Gundogan Mangala will leave. Andy, which media outlets would you trust on transfer rumours? Not many of them, Danny. I really wouldn't. I'll be honest with you. There's a study, and I've said this before if you've not heard me say it. I said it a while ago. There was a study that was done over 5 years, and they looked at media outlets, and they took a massive broad spectrum of, European ones like Marca, L'Equipe, all the major sort of UK sort of rags, Goal.com, all of these, and they did a study on all the transfer rumours that were put out over a 5-year period. And what they found was 94.5% of rumours were absolutely garbage. There was absolutely no links, no sources, absolutely nothing. 1.5% of predictions that, City are in for, let's say, Rodri. 1.5% of those came true. And you've got to think, some of those might have been guesses as well. So what they do is they just push out there. I'll give you an example. There are 3 media outlets on my laptop right now. All 3 of them are claiming that City are buying a midfielder for Fernandinho, and all 3 of them are different. And they can't all be right, because we're not buying 3 central defensive midfielders. So we've got Ndombele, we've got Rodri, and who's the other one? Nope, 1 second. Let me just see. Bruno Fernandes. is obviously more of an attacking midfielder. But we're linked, so we're buying an attacking midfielder in Bruno Fernandes, which rumours are it was around about 90 million euro, etc., etc. Who's he going to replace? Are we going to lose Gundogan for, 10 million in the summer and then replace him with 90 odd million euros worth of Bruno Fernandes? That ain't happening. That is simply not happening. And then we're linked with Ndombele. Allegedly, we were in talks only a couple of weeks ago with him. Nothing's come of that. We are supposedly, Cheeky had gone out there to watch 3 players, and we've been linked with Rodri for the last sort of 10 days. Today, they're sort of saying clauses have been activated. That's only from one source, one outlet. And how many players have we been linked with? We're not even in the transfer window, and we've been linked with, God, we must have been linked with 100 players so far. Today, we've been linked with, let me see, we've been linked with signing Inter Milan forward Lautaro Martinez. This is a 21-year-old at Inter Milan, and he's just now forcing his way into the Argentina squad. So we've been linked with him. So this is from one source. We've been linked with Bruno Fernandes, like I just mentioned before. He's done well this season, 28 goals and assists, 15 assists in all competitions. We've been linked with Florentino Luis. This is a guy who plays for Benfica. He plays with Joao Felix at Benfica. And he's considered, he's 19 years of age, and he's considered sort of the next big thing in Benfica alongside Joao Felix and Ruben Diaz. We've been linked with him. Now, we can't buy all of these players. We've been linked, here's another example, we've been linked with two under 21 guys from, I think, the University College Dublin or something like that. They're under 21s for Republic of Ireland. Somebody called Liam Scales and Neil Ferrugia, who are supposedly City are talking to them to come in and be in their youth system or go out on loan. So suddenly we are linked with, in this last week, since Monday, we've been linked with about 40 players. So how many of them, if I ask you the question, honestly, how many of all these players that you've watched these live vlogs all week and have been naming loads and loads and loads and loads of players, how many of them do you think City will buy? How many? Honestly, give me an answer now. Out of all those I said, which one or who, if you think more than one, who do you think they're going to buy out of all them? 2? Jim the Snail, which 2? Which 2? Which 2, Ragmanny? Tussie, which 2? Just don't say 2, which 2? Out of that 40, which 2 do you think will sign? Because we're linked with 4 players for the same position. Ajax's team is going to get robbed in the summer. It wouldn't surprise me. Ndombele, maybe. Yeah, okay. It'd be my choice. But according to this media outlet, we've activated this buyout clause. Rodri only just moved from, probably not him, he only moved last year from Villarreal. Rodri and Ndombele. Why would we buy 2 of the same players? Chilwell. Oh, we have been linked with Chilwell for at least 4 or 5 weeks. Wan-Bissaka, Pjanic, we haven't been linked with him for a long time. Delete. So, okay, so a centre-back. Not been linked this week, I don't think, with Delete. We were last week. Lost Yaya. That was no loss, mate. Rodri and a left-back. Which left-back, Danny? Yeah. You might as well get Fernandes and Ndombele, 2 different kinds of midfielders. That's gonna cost us. That's gonna cost us in the region of about 185, 190 million euro for 2 players. City are not going to go anywhere near that. I'm telling you now. We have a wage structure. The club is now very well run. City are not going to pay that much money for just 2 players when we need a left back. We might need another centre back, and we're possibly looking at a striker as well. Are we going to spend 400 or 500 million euro this season? What we're going to recoup back from that? Company, no. Company, I think, will sign another contract. I think he'll be here for another year. Realistically, a left back. Who though? What's that? No lie, if you guys don't win the league, 7 players. What, we would buy 7 players? No chance we'll buy 7 players. It's not our model now. We've done the majority of our buying. Our purchases were done 2 years ago. The majority of our purchases, hence why we only bought one. Well, we bought a few players, which leads me on to, which this is another thing, that left back at Porto is really good. Rumours say Otamendi leaving in the summer, Jay Fresh. I've talked about that. Have a watch back of the video, mate. We were talking about it earlier. Says who? I mean, Andrew Robertson, they don't need many, just need a left back and possibly centre back. Saul Niguez, again, Adventure Moreiro. We discussed him. He's another one who's been, well, allegedly, he was the one we were definitely getting. He was one of the 3 players that Cheeky was watching at Atletico. We don't believe transfer stuff, I believe Yaya stuff. That's actually a good point. The problem being with that is it's quoted by his knobhead agent. That's the difference. That's the massive difference. He's actually quoted as saying these things. So his agent is saying all of this stuff, Blue Heart, and that's in quotes from him. That's how stupid his agent is, or was. Made him a lot of money, but so that's the difference. If let's say a paper like Marca or something came out saying sporting director of Atletico Madrid says the release clause has been activated, or Rodri's agent states Man City have agreed and they have activated the release clause in Rodri's contract, fine, you would go, that's source, that's proper source. But when there's nothing in 99% of the times of these stories, there's nothing, there's no source, there's nothing. Or what journalists do is they go, an insider at the club said, well, we could all say that. I could come on here every day and give you 5 names and I say, I've been talking to an insider at such and such a club, or so-and-so called me, and I can't give you his name, but he's within the club, and he says, and we would get hundreds of thousands and thousands of clicks and things for that. But so anyway, moving on. Kieran Tierney, good shout. Feel bad for Atletico. Seems like everyone's raiding them for players. Yeah, but that's what happens if they don't win anything. Sterling is super hot. He's on fire. It's a bit annoying that City don't have a natural left back for 2 years. Well, we have attacking left back. We generally have attacking left backs. And we have done in Ben Mendy, who's just been injured. Hi, Black Soul, how are you? Fantaranjan official. I haven't been in the stream since Foden's goal against Spurs, so Manchester is blue, lads. It is. New kit as per planet. Tom, stop repeating yourself. No, it doesn't. The only thing that's come out on the kit is Sterling, and it's definitely not the kit. It looks like a training top. Fucking hate journalists. That's England's finest. Massive Vanti, an insider has come out and said City are in the final negotiation with Paul Pogba. Oh Jesus, can you imagine? Frightening. Oh, you know. We don't need Mahrez anymore, though. Good point. Do we sell him? Pep said that he's not going anywhere. They have words of Pep now. Whether that's a nail in Mahrez's coffin, sometimes that does happen. But you know, I'll be surprised. The kits will probably be announced in the next few weeks when the season's over. I think it'll be a big promotion for the tour, the summer tour. Personally, Sterling should win the PFA Player of the Year. Well, I got a message last night from Jonathan Northcroft, and I messaged him to say when is the PFA, the Writers Player of the Year, and he sent a message back saying that they have to be submitted by, I thought it was this Friday, it's not, it's next Friday, and then the 9th of May is the Writers Award, where they'll say who has won it, etc, etc. So there's still the Writers Award. I think Sterling might win that one. Sell Mahrez, get Zaha. If we sell Mahrez now, how much do you realistically think we get for him? I don't think we'll recoup the money. Are you mad? Virgil van Dijk deserves it over Sterling. On what evidence? It's all opinion at the end of the day. And if you listen to Dave Kitson, very intelligent guy, ex-footballer, but he's very intelligent, writes articles and things like that. And he said they used to take the mickey out of it when a lot of players, when the voting comes in, you know, they'd do things like, he said at one point, we used to ring up clubs saying, have you got a left back that's not played all season? Oh, yeah, so and so. All right, we'll put him down as left back. They said a few people take it seriously, but a lot of them, it's tactical voting or he used to play for Reading, that Dave Kitson, and Cambridge, I think. And he said a lot of the players don't really mess about with it. Some of them will go, oh, what's that player? How do you spell his name? Oh, I won't vote for him then. I wanted him, but I can't spell his name. And they'll put somebody else. So, Mahrez and Zaha swap deal. Can you see that happening? I can't, if I'm honest. I think Pep coming out saying he's definitely staying. I think he'll probably stay another year. You don't think Sane's goal was his fault? I tend to disagree. It was powerful. You'd normally see him save them. Believe though, I heard the interview saying they voted for friends and people they know. Yeah. They do. I mean, he said, I'm not taking that away from Virgil van Dijk. No, I'm just saying, who was it again? Who said it? Andrew Robertson. Why would you vote for Van Dijk over Sterling? What is, on what category and on what basis, evidential sort of detail would say Van Dijk deserves it more than Sterling? Why doesn't Pep sell Mahrez for lack of effort? Well, I think he's trying. I do think he's trying. I keep thinking I don't think he's an intelligent enough player. For me personally, there's something not right. Whether he's picking up Pep's tactics and he's trying too hard, and I don't buy into this, he needs a year under Pep's system thing, because he's surrounded by world-class players and he's doing the basics wrong. No, John, I think he wants to go back to France if he'll leave. Defenders don't seem to win player of the year anyway. No, they don't. That's a good point. I think it was the last one. Was it John Terry or someone? Mahrez needs another chance. Yeah, I think he'll get another chance. Robert Marlon, delete. John Stones could be a surprise leaver in the summer, not playing. Not sure about that. No, I think Pep came out and supported him the other day. Having the Palandi's dream Mahrez in a swap deal for Son. I would love that. I'd even, not a swap deal, I'd even give him 25 million as well on top. It took a year to adapt, yeah, but I mean, what you're talking about there is you're talking about John Stones moving from Everton as a centre-back and changing to a playing out of the back system, which is significantly different to, being on the right-hand side. I mean, let's face it. I understand what you're saying, and I do think, yeah, he'll get another season, but he has to step up. We're talking about a player who's used to the Premier League. The system isn't where he's playing. If he was playing in a centre of midfield or something like that, where Pep wants him to be here, there, and everywhere in these triangles, doing this, doing that, the other, I can understand it's a little bit sort of, you've got to be here, you've got to be there, you've got to be doing this. But he's playing him as a right winger. You don't see Bernardo Silva struggling on the right, struggling when he comes in midfield, struggling on the left. He adapts. And I know he was here last season, but I don't know. I just don't think he's putting it in. There's something, I don't know whether he is that big, small fish in a big pond now, and it's too much for him. I don't know, but I think he'll definitely get another season, definitely, and he'll be. See, Levi, he'll be given another season. I'm sure of it. Les play Peter Crouch. It certainly give us something a bit different, won't it? Who was signing this summer? We just discussed that, mate. You missed it. You'll have to watch the video back. Kazim, I think John Stones will play tomorrow, possibly. A centre-back? Yeah, I agree with Tussie. Should be player of the year for each position. Sorry, I missed that one. I missed what Tussie might have said. So, Bernardo did struggle last season. He did, and he was in and out of the game. I understand that. I do understand it. But Bernardo wasn't really playing. Well, he was. No, that's wrong of me. I shouldn't say. I'll ignore that. I was going to say he wasn't really playing as a right winger because he did play out on the right on occasions as well. Mahrez may be good next season, so I hope Pep don't sell him. Bernardo wasn't especially good last season. Maybe Mahrez will be the same. Let's hope so. I mean, I hope so. Absolutely hope so. Especially since I spent 60 million quid on him. Bernardo Silva's world class reminds me of Iniesta. He's superb. If I would start more next season, personally, I think we'll get a couple of decent youngsters to trickle in the summer. I agree, Jacob. I think Foden will definitely play a lot more next season. Mahrez is garbage. Nigel, if player of the year is the player who gives 100% always, then Andy Robertson. We need a younger right back, 29. Good shout. That's why I think we were initially linked, one of these rumours with Wan-Bissaka. Rory designs. I think Mahrez is a very good player. Just Bernardo and Sterling cannot patrol. Yeah, I mean, good point. I could argue exactly the same with Leroy Sané. Same argument. Can't drop Sterling and Bernardo for Leroy Sané. So, same point. Bernardo, our player of the season, for me. Yeah, for me, Bernardo Silva. Said it. I thought Sterling might. I mean, again, Sterling could go on this run of the next 3 games, scoring 5, 6, 7 goals, get us a winner. Last game of the season, win us a title, possibly might pip it. I think Bernardo Silva's been amazing this season. No, Northstand's not getting done this summer. We need a world-class left back. We certainly need something. Something. We need a proper left back cover, definitely. Danilo's 26 to 28. Yeah, but there's rumours again. I said it last week on one of the vlogs. Rumours is going to Inter Milan for. They want to pay 15 million. City want 25 million for him, euros. What do I think of Esteemed Company? No comment on him, mate. Do you think we should go back in for Sancho? Nope. Gundogan's been amazing. He's played a lot better. Good afternoon, Andy. Julie, how are you? Julie with the hats. Some great hats there. Fantastic, Julie. You checked in a bit late because we've got about 3 minutes left. But you can watch this back on the channel afterwards. GTR, Andy, mate. What's that? Mahrez loves himself too much. I don't know about that. We've got the best goalkeeper in the league. End of story. Absolutely. Mahrez is going to get a good pre-season and then have a good start next season. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Silva's been exceptional, to be fair. Which one? Bernardo? When I saw Bernardo play against him in the Champions League, I knew world class. That's what Pep said. Pep turned around immediately and said to Cheeky, follow him. That guy is going to be sensational. He's spot on. Eriksen is very good. He is. I think he might be going abroad, though. I think he might be going maybe even Real Madrid or Barca, by all accounts. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. It's Saturday afternoon, so I'm sure you guys have got a lot to get on with. I have as well. Got to go and start some dinner. Can anyone confirm that the transfer window opens on the 16th of May? 16th of May? Not sure, mate. No, I can't confirm that. Come on, the Blues tomorrow off to Accrington Town Hall for a night of Northern Soul. Take mine. Oh, well done, John. Brilliant. Have a great night. Making burgers, VT. Enjoy Chris Welch. No, win a boxing match. Right. Sound Andy, mate. Take care, England's finest. Man City Fan TV. Simon Benson says. Rory Designs, what are you on for dinner? I'm going to make corned beef hash, mate. With some crusty bread. Something because it's freezing here. In your team's more likely to win a Ballon d'Or? Bernardo, Sané, Jesus or Foden? Good, that's a brilliant question. Maybe that's one for tomorrow. Gonna do a vlog tomorrow, and what I'd like to do is let me just pull this up. Sorry, we kick off at 2:05, so I'm gonna try and come on and do a vlog around about midday. Or maybe a 1 o'clock-ish, and what I'll do, it's freezing in the northwest. It is absolutely, it's been pouring down here all day. I'm going to do a live vlog when the team news is announced. Ray's up there, he's doing some charity stuff at Burnley, so See if Ray can get any interviews. It depends on how busy he is. By all, see Simon Benson. 105 ticket standings because the FA are an absolute fucking disgrace. They really are. They're disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Matty Hollingworth, where are you? I'm at home, mate. Is that what you mean? Mean? I'm at home. This is my house. What do you mean where I am in the UK? See, Andy, keep up good work. Thanks, Harvinder. Who's your fantasy team right now? Looking for tips for next few matches. My fantasy, call me Fash with nice HP sauce. Yes, mate. Another good one, Andy. See you later. See you tomorrow. My fantasy team's doing really well. I'm topping the Blue Moon Legends Forum 1, and I'm second now in the... where in the UK? Sorry, mate. Just outside of Chester, mate, I live. And I'm second now. I was fourth. I'm second in the Man City Fan TV one. I think I'm about 40 points behind somebody who had a really good week last week, stormed to first. But I'm hoping I might claw back some points this weekend. Bye, Andy. Blue Manchester, Blue Moon, Blue League, hopefully. Absolutely, mate. Listen, check in tomorrow around about 1 o'clock when that team news goes live around about 1:05. Holland's meat pie, chips and gravy, proper nosh. Absolutely, mate. I've not had a pie for ages, actually. I have to have a pie this week. But anyway, guys, listen, thank you very much. If you haven't already, give it a thumbs up before you leave. Love the channel, love our club. Come on, City tomorrow. Absolutely, Matty. And finally, my dad won't be commenting anymore because he's quit YouTube. Why? Catch up tomorrow, Luke Cage. Thank you very much, mate. How can people decide player of the season when the season's over? Yeah, I think it's bizarre. I absolutely do think it's bizarre. Great chat as always. Thanks, Nigel. Kazim, great vlogs as usual, Andy. Thank you very much. Guys, you've all been superstars. Give it a thumbs up if you don't mind. And if you've missed it and you turned up late, as always, it'll be live. It's just not fair. That's fair enough. CBB, it'll be live in about 10-15 minutes. Go and have a look back. And if you haven't already, check out the preview I did with Scott from the Runaway Challenge. Thanks, EFC DS. Thank you, mate. I'm sure you'll be rooting for us. Thanks, Simon, for the thumbs up. Yeah, check that video out if you haven't seen it before. It's on our channel that I did with Scott. He's down in London. He does the guy who's ran from every single away match from Burnley this season. So, latest, mate. Let's see you, Rory. But anyway, check in tomorrow. Don't forget, pass it around. Ray's doing some charity work at Burnley tomorrow, GTR 35. How much he's going to be able to get any interviews and stuff like that, I don't know yet. I've not even spoke to him today, so I've no idea. But we'll do something anyway. Sadly, I asked around every single contact I had, saying, any chance of a spare? Have you got any? And they're all just saying, you've got no chance, mate, no chance. So anyway, Ray will check in. But anyway, Sandy from Man City Fan TV. Have a brilliant Saturday evening. Come on, City, and we'll see you tomorrow.